What's up, everybody? Water's Edge, we love you. Hey, I am here with Angela York. She is the executive director here at Thrive. Angela, why don't you tell us a little bit about what Thrive is?
Awesome. Hi, everyone. So Thrive is a nonprofit organization. We were actually founded by churches, and we're supported by 80 different congregations in the area of all different ecumenical and ethnicity backgrounds, which is super cool. We assist families who are the working poor. We do emergency financial assistance with rent and utilities, and then we have a robust food pantry, which will be in this video. So
As you can see, the robust food pantry is
Yes.
all over their offices right now because COVID looks a little different. Quarantine looks a little different here. I heard you mention earlier that you guys even quarantine the food for
Yep.
what, 72 hours or something like that? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so we quarantine all the food coming in. All the boxed items are quarantined for 24 hours, and everything else is 72 hours because
Oh my gosh.
that's how long the virus can last on any surface, and we want to make sure we're giving out really safe
Yeah.
and delicious food.
Yeah. So we're in one of the rooms right now where quarantine is happening for this food, getting ready to be handed out. So you mentioned a little bit about the working poor. What can you define that a little bit more for us?
Yeah, so we say the working poor. It's actually the ALICE population. That's a United Way term.
Okay.
It means asset limited, income constrained, employed. So these are people who are working 40 hours. Sometimes they have multiple part-time jobs. They're just trying to make it, but they're living paycheck to paycheck. And actually, it's estimated that about 40% of Americans are in this working poor category,
Wow.
which is insane because it
Yeah.
means that if anything comes up, maybe their car breaks down or they lose hours at work, they could be at risk for being homeless or having their utilities cut off or being food insecure. And so that's the population we serve.
Yeah. So the goal would be to keep them from getting to the homeless. Like
Yes.
you're in the stage right before homeless and you're helping folks
Yes.
with all kinds of things like that. Tell us a little bit about the financial coaching that you do as a part of the process of helping folks.
Yeah, definitely. So we offer emergency rent utility assistance, but for each family who receives that service, they will sit down with a financial coach. Our financial coaches most of them are from our different churches, which is cool, but they have gone through a 20-hour training through the Virginia Cooperative Extension. So they are master financial educators. And what they're doing is they're building budgets with our families, and then they're helping them with credit issues if they want to discuss that. They can talk about long-term debt. And then once they come in that first time, we're enticing them to try to keep coming back so that we can discuss other issues that are going on in their financial future. And then they can earn a toiletry basket. It's called a Thrive Care Kit. And if they meet with us 3 times, they can earn a basket. And so we're trying to incentivize people to think about their financial future, even though that might be stressful, particularly for the working poor.
Yeah. That's great. Awesome. So one of the other questions I wanted to ask is about volunteers. Are there any WEC volunteers that already volunteer here?
Yes, definitely. We have about 4 or 5 WEC volunteers who come in weekly, helping us with donations at the back door. They're in the food pantry. They've been a huge help, and so we have a solid team of people who come in.
That's great. And now, do you need any extra help? What's that look like?
Yeah, so right now, of course, we're in a really weird phase where we're keeping small groups of volunteers that come in more often so that we can limit the exposure to potential coronavirus. But as soon as things calm back down and we get back to our new normal, whatever that is, we would love to have more volunteers from WEC. It's usually 2-hour shifts once a week.
Yeah, awesome. And talk about food donations a little bit. Do you accept those from individuals? Do you mostly get that from bigger organizations? How does that work?
Yeah, so we get donations from everything in between. Our biggest donor is definitely churches. Churches supply most of our food here, which is made up of individuals, but anyone can make a donation. Right now, we're actually focusing on bags that we are delivering to people in hotels who are homeless. And so we're looking for pop-top soups, mac and cheese cups, anything that's individualized, like breakfast bars or granola bars, so that we can give them to folks and they can have something to live on in the hotels.
That's great.
Yeah.
I just have one more question for you, Angela. How can we as a church be praying for you and for Thrive's ministry?
Awesome. Thank you for asking. We would love your prayers for, number one, just our safety. Obviously, we have people in the building. We're taking a ton of safety precautions, but just prayers that we would remain safe and healthy to be able to serve. And then as we've been getting in so many donations and so much support, we just love your prayers that we would do God's will and that we would serve the people who need it most, that we could connect with those people.
Yeah. Awesome. Fantastic. Well, Water's Edge, there you have it. We are at Thrive Peninsula here in Newport News, and they serve all kinds of different folks. And we're so grateful for our partnership with Thrive. We do partner with them financially every single month. Part of your giving dollars go right towards partnering with Thrive and supporting their mission and vision here. And so thank you to those of you who give to support the mission at Water's Edge Church. We're so grateful for you. We say it all the time, we give big, and you are a part of that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.